All of us are searching, knowingly or unknowingly, for enlightenment, truth, and harmony in our lives. This program, hosted by Dr. Gregory Penn, will help you aspire to a more fulfilling and rewarding life.
Welcome back to Aspire Unplugged, and I think it's kind of silly to call this series Unplugged when we've always been unplugged. We have done some outrageous stuff together, and it's only been really 3 or 4 of us, 5 of us at max, that made all of the TV programs. So we wanted to, since this is the kind of the last hurrah of all of this, Mitch and I and Shredder wanted to talk a little bit about some of the horrendous things we went through to film Aspire for you.
Right.
And we did, and you hold it in your hand.
Yeah, we'll talk about this in a little bit. It's very precious to Aspire.
Yeah.
But we went to so many different locations over the years, and
golly,
including many places that you were a little bit nervous about the heights, because you're not comfortable being up in the air.
Like,
do you remember driving up here to this lighthouse?
Oh, yes.
White knuckles on the edge of the cliff, looking 500 feet straight down.
I can't, and I thought we were going to die. I do. I knew we were going to die. It was just so narrow, and Shredder was driving, and that was another problem I had at that
3 inches missed.
3 inches from the edge to drop over the cliff and die.
That's right. And not to mention the time we put you in the Sky Ride at SeaWorld, and you had to deliver discourse.
All the way up and all the way down.
I don't know how you did it, because you were truly very, very nervous, but you delivered like you always do.
I try.
Yep.
I really do. I remember some of the funky moments. We were in the park, Balboa Park, and I had to change a wardrobe for it. And I went into this really funky, smelly old restroom, and in there was a couple of transients, homeless people. And here I am, unpacking, and they're, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I started thinking, oh my God, what if they attack me, or what the hell,
Well, you just didn't give them Shakti pot, right?
No, not right there. I'm putting on the clothes thinking, I'm going to kill you, Mitch. I'm going to kill you. Because,
of course, we were in the other location, and it was strewn with some questionable sexual items.
Yeah, we were in a canyon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There were condoms everywhere used.
Yeah, it was strange. So we didn't stay there. It just didn't have a good vibe. No. And then, of course, we shot at Green Valley Falls. And that was something, because we had to hike in there with 3 cameras and all these heavy equipment and monitors and batteries. And for some stupid reason, I wore my slickest shoes I could possibly have worn on these rocks. It truly was Green Valley Falls, because I was falling left and right.
That was the Eightfold Path of Buddha, right? Yeah.
And do you guys remember what I said?
No, you were asked to take your shoes off. You wouldn't do it. What'd you say?
Oh, this is God speaking, and it was a truly iconic moment. Now we call it Mitch's Falls, Mitch's Valley Fall.
Do you remember being at Stinson Beach? And we filmed a whole Aspire program at the wrong house. Do you remember? Yeah. And they walked in and said, what are you doing in our home? And here we are shooting TV.
Yes. I also remember shooting early in the morning, and there's supposed to be this beautiful view of the bay, and it was solid, socked-in fog.
Right.
We could hardly see you from here to there.
From the Dow.
And that was really a great episode.
Oh, I'll never forget them saying, get out of our house. Way funny stuff.
Oh, man, we've been to Miramar Lake. We've been to Santa Isabel. We've been to Doshi's house. The Yukoji Zen Center in Idlewild.
Yeah,
you remember that one?
Yeah, that was interesting, shooting the Dow there. Or that sound of one hand clapping. Yeah. And that Kevin had just passed on. Remember what happened?
Yeah, and he introduced us to the Zen Center.
Right, he got us in.
Mm-hmm. And we did an interview with the Roshi and stuff there.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
So we were kind of wrapping up, and we had one more program to do. And Kevin had passed on, and they wanted us out of there really fast to do his funeral. So the guy that got us in is getting us out, you know. Yes. And we're going.
We're shooting and packing as fast as we can because they had to have his memorial.
They had to have his memorial. So.
Oh man,
we've had some days.
We shot all over in Santa Barbara.
Oh, that was fun. Santa Barbara, because I grew up there.
Yeah, we shot at your old high school.
Yeah, that was.
We shot at the Unity Center that we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I made out with the makeup artist from Santa Barbara.
Yeah, you did.
No, she made out with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was disgusting. And we were late. He wasn't showing up.
Well, Mitch and I were drinking on the beach that night before, I believe.
Gosh, I don't want to know that. Well, I didn't know that.
Too much information, Shredder.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'll go away.
Of course, we shot Big Sur, Point Lobos, some of the most beautiful locations we've ever been. I love that place. All over Carmel, Monterey, Santa Cruz.
Yep, we did Santa Cruz.
Oh, remember that hotel we stayed at in Santa Cruz? It was an old hotel on the side of the road in the middle of the forest, and so we put you in the room where the prostitutes would stay.
Right.
And they had a bar that had a swimming pool that was there, and they would send the prostitutes to swim in the pool with a number, and the gangsters used to say, "I picked number 7," and then they go meet up with them.
Right.
And so you got the pleasure of
but I didn't get a prostitute.
The Pleasure Palace. Yeah.
And where's my fluff? You know, at that point I deserved a fluff, but I didn't get any. Oh, that was fun. And
then, of course, we shot in Chinatown.
Yeah, we did.
In the midst of the busy street.
Yeah, that was the first program we did where I wasn't before an audience. And that was on the fly, all of that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I finally discovered I had a voice that I could do that.
It was a stream of consciousness, and that was amazing. We were all just so amazed at your ability to do that.
I was shocked too. I was shocked that we did that. And then India.
Yes.
And the Emmys, the way India ended was difficult. There was nothing easy about that shoot at all. Mm-hmm. And then the Emmys, when we won the Emmy for that was not easy either. That was really difficult. That was horrible.
And let's look at some slides. There's some pictures from there. And
there's the guru.
That's the Dottie, which is like a granny in the language.
She was beautiful.
And she was something, man. She was
beautiful,
great.
Beautiful woman.
And then of course there's some of the food that we had, some of the best food we had while we were there, and that's our crew and our interpreter and our producer.
Yeah.
And then that guy down on the right, he was kind of like the handler for the Brahma Kumaris, and his name was Brother Mruthyunjaya. And he was super cool to us. And of course, when we were in editorial, he and a contingent from Brahma Kumaris came to our edit studio in Del Mar. Kind of like surprise. Like, what are you doing with the footage? And we're like, well, we didn't even know you were coming, and here they are all the way from India. And they thought that we were making a show about them specifically.
Right.
And it was unfortunate. And here they had fed us so well, and they gave us these beautiful blankets to meditate with and everything. They gave us all satsang with the guru. And here we are. Well, we can run next door and get some sandwiches for you, I reckon.
That's us in a nutshell.
That's us. That's Aspire in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no money, and just, we'll get you a sandwich.
That's right. But they were beautiful people, and they let us off the hook, I think.
Well, yeah, there was a translation miss.
There was some translation.
Yeah, there really was.
Yeah.
At that particular one, at that particular show, I went while you guys were doing something and watched a professional mourner. Somebody had died in that village. Remember where we stayed? The Hilton?
Yes. There was the Hilton and the Sheraton.
Yeah. And what it amounted to was a bed on the floor and a bucket with a spigot.
Ice cold water.
Ice cold water, and that's how you took a shower.
You have a story about the snake charmer?
Oh, you tell the story.
I don't remember much of it, but it was pretty crazy.
The snake. I hate snakes. Oh, God. Ew,
and of course, there was the train station where there was the really scary looking dudes, and we just farmed a phalanx and we let our beards grow out so we looked like bad dudes. But we had, we had all this heavy camera equipment back in
those
92,
days,
in those days. And we just knew that these guys were angling to take some of our stuff, and so we had to really protect it. And of course, you get on the train, and there's like 8 of us traveling in one train car, and we're laying across all of our equipment, and we can't even sit comfortably, and we're just like constantly moving and trying to...
Do you remember I got a really bad case of hay fever, and you gave me a pill that you had?
Oh, yeah.
And that knocked me out. I was like goner. And what you guys were doing, I brought a little TV, and you guys were watching Batman with...
That's
remember
right.
that?
And we had one random Indian guy in the other berth above.
Yeah.
And he was just having a blast hanging
He
out
loved
with
it.
us.
Watching Batman with us.
Yeah, and I think we did the same thing with the CD player on our bus when we were doing what Mitch calls bus surfing.
Bus surfing. Yeah. It's a lot of travel.
Let's talk about this slide here with the Guru beer.
Yeah.
I told you guys not to drink that stuff.
Well, that was Shredder. He was the only one drinking that.
No, you were.
It was good beer.
They got sick. That's what happened. They got sick.
I did not get sick.
You did too.
Well,
no, you weren't as sick as Scott and Mitch.
No,
and
I was the only one that didn't get sick because I was drinking
right.
beer instead of water.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, you were. Even Guru beer couldn't kill the germs in you.
But it was a rock star trip because people thought we were rock stars the way we were traveling and by bus, and we had our entourage, and we had, of course, you got to have the rock star jackets, right?
Wonderful jackets.
For our India tour. Of course, nobody wears these anymore.
No.
But one of the key things
is held right here in this box. Mm-hmm. The only reason we found out we went to India was to get what's in that box. That box holds the mystery to life, and we did not know it. We don't even know the origins of this thing, but we know the luck that it's given us because when we were having difficulty, we needed, what would you call it? Inspiration, divine intervention.
We need some mojo.
Mojo. We found this stick, and it had mojo in it.
And so whenever we would start to shoot,
right,
we would all run in and rub the stick, and it's been very key to the success of Aspire over the years. So I think we should rub it right now.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, everybody come over here.
Oh, there it is.
It is. It kind of looks like a pretzel.
No, but
it used to be bigger. It used to be bigger.
Yeah, it used to be bigger until you broke an end of it. Get back there. Go on.
When you get older, it gets smaller.
No,
there we go. It's a very important artifact.
And yes, we to this day rub the stick before we do an Aspire TV program. Show them pictures of that. Don't we?
I just showed some. They were
show the pictures of us rubbing the stick.
There it is.
There's the stick. Okay, and then show us isn't there one with all of us rubbing it?
We're all there.
There it is.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's show a real quick clip of our trip to India. So let's have a look.
Okay.
To come to India is to be touched and to be deeply moved. To really be touched and moved by something beyond what it is that we are used to thinking of as being good. There is great wealth in this poverty. There is great understanding in this innocence, and there is great love in India. And I've also begun to find it within myself as well. Namaste.
Do you remember my faux pas there and your great moment there?
Yes.
I was sitting there. I was tired. And I sat on that bench.
Yes.
And what bench was it?
Oh, the guy ran over and said, "Hey, no, please do not sit there. That is Krishna's bench."
Yeah, nobody sat on there but me and Krishna. Oh, man, was he. But I'm going to tell you a story of how brave this man is and what an artist he really is. We were at this temple, and the sun was going down very quickly, and we wanted to get this final shot. And he's carrying this big camera on his shoulders and everything, and he's stepping in monkey poop all the way. And finally, as I'm talking and watching him step in monkey poop, keeping the camera absolutely still, he sloops down. He just kind of, his feet kind of went out from underneath him, keeping the camera very, very perfect. I finished the last 2 minutes of it, and he saved the program, because we would never have gotten that shot.
I'm pretty sure that was the end of that clip that we just
That's absolutely true.
And you held it together.
Yeah,
I don't know how you did not just
crack up
and blow it, but we did it.
He was amazing. He was amazing.
It's one of many Aspire moments.
Yes. Right. Yeah, many.
And then, of course, we moved into the studio in here, and we started doing stuff in here.
Because it was cheaper.
And then you brought some of your students in, and this is how you really give them tough love.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You got the picture of us putting one of the kids in the oven?
Yes.
Take the breath in and relax.
Yeah, all better now.
There, now he's quiet.
You had a special thing with kids.
Yeah, that was your son when I was
that is
choking
my son.
your son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very special. He can still walk.
He can.
Yeah.
He can. And
that's good.
And then, of course, my other son, you did some clips.
The Lord.
With the Lord.
Yeah, we did a
the Lord
parody.
Jesus, and he's helping you resurrect right here.
Yeah, we did a parody on that.
We had a lot of fun with that.
We got a lot of bad mail on that one,
I
but
bet.
that's all right.
I bet. And then here we are shooting at, I think this is Point Lobos.
Yes.
And we did all this walk and talk stuff. And
mountain climbing.
Mountain climbing around here. And I remember we were in the middle of this take, and all of a sudden this giant troop of Japanese tour group comes hiking through the middle of it, and it went on for 20 minutes. This group walking right through the middle of our shot. So
they walked by. Good to see you.
And they wanted to talk. We were wondering what we're doing.
They thought he was famous.
They did.
Yeah.
Like, who is this famous person out here?
I think they thought I was Redford.
Yeah.
They took a lot of pictures, that's for sure.
They did.
So what did we do to get our mojo back right after that?
We grabbed the stick.
We rubbed the stick.
There's the stick again, and that's how we got back.
That's right. And then everything was right as rain.
That's me and Mama.
Yep. That's you and our production mom. She takes care
we call her the Mama.
All the stuff
Mambo.
that needs to be done that we are not capable of.
Yep.
Because we're schmucks.
Well, we're men.
Yeah.
You know, little boys with big bodies. That's all we are.
Well, you got anything else?
No, there are many more, but we're not going to bore them.
Okay.
I would be surprised if anybody watches this. This is probably purely for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
And we'll get back on track.
Mitch, thank you for all your work.
Oh, thank you. And thanks, Shredder, too. And
Shredder.
Mambo. And Doshi.
Mambo.
And everybody
Doshi.
that's been affiliated with the show. Thank you.
And we are not in Cambodia.
So long.
And he said this works with all children. Just a small meditation tip. And by the way, this is how Buddha started.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. It's,
that was real nice.
It was very scary here. I was dangling on the edge of doom. Dangling on the edge of doom.